We're at 15034 Encanto Drive in Sherman Oaks, California, performing a video sewer inspection through the 4-inch mainline cleanout. Just to the right of the front door, up against the front retaining wall, where the wrought iron meets the stucco wall. We're going to run out to the city sewer. Okay, and here are the front doors of the house, the front entranceway. And here's the 4-inch mainline cleanout, somewhat hidden by the plants. See the wrought iron fencing right here where it meets the stucco, just so you do know where it is in case you ever lose it. And this cleanout is ABS plastic. I'm going to run down and take a look. Appears to be ABS plastic going down toward the ground level, toward the garage area. And we're making a sweeping turn right here. That appears to be okay. And we're going to have some turns in, and we're making another turn. And we're making another turn. And this is so far all ABS plastic and appears to be in good condition from what we can see. And we're making another turn. And another little jog as well. As I said, it appears to be ABS plastic all the way and looks good so far. Got some cobwebs in there, but the joints all look to be in good condition. We should transition to clay once we get out to the property line. A lot of turns in the line, but got a whole lot of gravity to it. Shouldn't have any issues that way. Kind of tough to push right now, so we're going to have to run some water. We've gone through so many turns. We're going to run some water, attempt to get all the way out to the city sewer. I think we're coming up on the 4-inch clay, or 6-inch clay possibly, from what I can see. I'm going to run some water, try and get out all the way, and as we're pulling back in, we'll inspect the rest of it. water running down the sewer line, down the waste lines right now. So we're going to attempt to push out all the way into the city sewer, and then we'll view the remainder of it. We're out 55 feet, so we'll review the remainder of it on the way back if we can get all the way out. And now we transition to clay. Got to get some more water running to help us push out. Just too many turns. Try and push through. I don't know if you guys want to take a look at it. I've tried numerous times to get the camera to go, just so you know, you can see what I'm doing, and once I shut down all the water, we can take a better look at it.
Hey, you guys, come up here for this, and then also, I just talked to Joe. So I need you. Huh? Green Summit.
I have 3 tubs in the shower running right now. I have a lot of water running because we're going around a whole lot of turns. When I get down to the bottom, this is right next to the city sewer. I can't get back because that sewer is shifted. The 6-inch lateral in the street is shifted. It's offset and it's got some root intrusions back a little ways. So I just want to show you.
So there's clay that is ours? Or?
Right, there's ABS plastic that goes out to the property line, transitions to, that's 4-inch plastic. Then it upsizes to 6-inch clay, which is the city lateral going from your property line to the city sewer, but you own that as well.
Okay.
That's yours.
And it's got...
The clay has some offsets in it, has some root intrusions, and normally we want to get into the city sewer, all the way to the city sewer, and see exactly what all it looks like. This is the turn right before the city sewer. Once I shut the water off, you can see where it drops in. You can see the water running through just a tiny bit on the camera. because this is in a turn too, and right here, the section on this side has a big lip because it's shifted so much that the camera will not go around. I just want you to see.
So where's it?
It's going into the city sewer.
Oh, it is making.
Yeah, it's going. This water's going into the sewer. The camera just won't go into the sewer.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is I can't get all the way.
My question is if it offset, where does the water go to? Is it
goes,
like in the dirt?
Part of it will go into the ground.
And
where
will
it's offset and shifted,
and
will
cause
leak.
the road to collapse and go
It
away?
can cause sinkholes.
Oh, okay.
But what I want to show you is, I'll pull back. You can see there's roots. It's kind of hard to see with all the water running, shower going. But that one's shifted. You can see the whole face of the pipe. And you'll be able to see it better once I shut the water out. But I want you to see, I'm going to try and run this thing in as fast and hard as I can. And I get stopped at that last joint every time. I can't push past it if I keep trying. And I get to 70 feet, same spot. That's because it's offset and shifted so much. What it's doing is going around that last turn, and it's hitting the face of the pipe where it's shifted. Water down. We'll take a look. We'll be able to see the joints a whole lot better and see how many joints are bad and what needs to be done exactly. But I wanted you to see that I'm trying to get into it and I can't.
Right, okay.
So, Joe is broken down.
His car's broken down?
His car's broken down. He said he actually went out this
Is that
morning.
an inspector?
No. And they replaced the battery, and he thought it was just the battery, and then he knows something like electrical system. And I was like, not call me. So I was like, break down, call me.
Anyway, so
Anyway, so he was like,
Monday?
yeah, I mean, he was saying, I'm also available over the weekend, but Alexander can't.
We're coming Monday.
And so I'll call him Wednesday, Monday.
Yeah, you can always call Uber.
I know, right?
I mean,
We don't have excuses anymore.
I know. Well, just the no conflict.
This is kind of distressful.
This? Yeah.
So, cool. So, yeah, I think call him and set up for Monday, but try and get him earlier.
Yeah.
So what's happened? Is
It
it
shifted. It shifted. The
pipe?
city pipe shifted. Our pipe is relatively stable, but where it connects to the clay of the city, it's shifted off. So we can't. The ABS is pretty. I mean, that stuff hardly ever shifts. The clay stuff always cracks and moves. And,
Not often.
yeah.
Once in a great while we'll get it if it, you know, you have huge ficus around the area,
It'll
right
break
over it. It can raise it and break it, but it takes a lot.
Yeah.
The clay will shift. Most likely this clay is probably original. Been in the street for I don't know how many years.
Right.
60 years.
And they tapped to it. That's all.
Yeah.
They tapped onto
Yeah.
it when they built the house.
Then we get earth moving. We get some earthquakes and it tends to want to shift. Okay, I can.
But there was no buildup right there, right?
No, there's no buildup. It's just that that joint is offset. Just grab those rags behind you real quick. That's way in. Right here, kind of tough to see. This turn right here is the drop for the city sewer. This is the connection to it. That's the city sewer saddle tie-in connection. And that's where it's shifted. Unfortunately, we can't line them. Sometimes we can dig up on the property,
Right.
we can shoot a sewer liner in. But when they're shifted like this, you can shoot a liner in, but then you have to do what they call a top hat, go in through the city sewer and run a piece backwards as well. By the time you do, it costs you as much as putting a brand new pipe in, and it's not worth it to do it that way.
Right.
At that point.
So what you have to do is you have to dig it up.
Just dig. You dig on the property, you dig one hole,
All right.
and you dig one hole in the street,
Right.
and you pull a trenchless pipe. You don't even dig up the whole street anymore. We pull a trenchless 6-inch pipe through the old one, breaks the old one out into the earth, and pulls a brand new 6-inch through.
Yeah, but this is so offset, you can't do it.
Oh, no, you can't. That's why you have to dig this up at this point. This Alexander is the 6-inch saddle tie-in right at the city sewer.
Yeah.
And I can't get past it because it's so offset. It's shifted so much now.
Okay. There's no roots or anything, it's just...
No, not that well, there's roots back just a little bit.
Yep.
You'll be able to see it in just a second.
This is going to be exciting. Brace yourself.
Yeah.
I love looking at sewers.
This is plumbing
No
corn.
poop corn today.
Yeah, easy, Michael.
Oh, sorry. See, that's the face of the pipe, which
Yep.
you shouldn't see. You'll probably be able to see a good joint, and you'll see what it's supposed to look like. That thing is, the face of this right here should be matched with this. So you shouldn't see any of that. So you've got
That's
a shifting, yeah, that's dirt.
Okay.
So you've got a shifting of probably about 3 inches, which is a lot, out of a 6-inch pipe. So some of that, probably a good bit of it's going into the ground.
And where is that?
And that's at the city sewer tie-in in the middle of the street.
70 feet away
Yeah,
by
yeah,
orange cable.
exactly. This is pretty accurate. See, and then this next joint, that one is shifted, so we've got some roots in this next joint coming in. Not major, but that also, that's not even a joint. This line that you see in the roots, that's actually broken all the way around. That's not a joint. When that thing shifted, it probably just cracked it. Because the other end's stable, so it has to give somewhere. So that's cracked right there and broken. Then you'll see the joint probably right behind it again. There's the face of the pipe. And that's offset as well. Nothing like the other one. That's only maybe an inch offset.
All in the street, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah. That's pretty deep. Then you have
This is Alexander's called another plumber.
a little bit more root intrusion and a minor separation there. You got some more roots coming in at the top. That's nothing major. That would really be maintainable if you didn't have the problem down by the connection. That joint, little bit of offset, tiny bit, not much. That's a fairly good and tight joint.
It feels more like an earthquake. It feels like an earthquake.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Then we're coming up, and here is our transition. So you've only got a lateral. Most of them are 30 feet. This one's only about 12 to 13 feet.
So that's the good news, right?
Well, which is good. The expense is once you have to dig in the street, it's all the permit fees and all the other garbage. But you're not spending as much because it is a shorter lateral. It's going to be less money. And from here back, this is all ABS plastic.
Once you're in there, there's a...
Yeah. But this is all ABS plastic. I mean, you may be talking about a difference of $7,000 as compared to $9,500 if you had a 30-foot lateral. But I've done a few of them on here to do with traffic control. Because of the street, you got to block off the majority of the street. So you got to have traffic control on both sides.
You're saying this is a $7,000 repair?
Yes. Because of that. Because of that connection. You can't... Now, one way you could do it, you could line from the inside, okay? You could put a liner in, what they call a top hat, going in through the city sewer, and then pushing a top hat liner back through, and it plugs the sewer. Doesn't lap. But that alone's $5,500. Then you've got to line at least another 8 to 10 feet of pipe because of the other offsets. By the time you get done doing it that way, you're spending the same placing it. And it's the one joint, the one main joint connection that's causing all the problems. If that city sewer connection wasn't bad, it'd be no big deal.
So what problems are you seeing right now?
It's at the city sewer.
Well, no, but like, is it affecting anything with the flow, or is there any backup?
It won't because of the gravity.
Okay.
But what's happening is you got water going through the joint and seeping underground. Okay?
In the middle of the street.
Right. This is your sewer lateral. They get a sinkhole out there and they deem it because of your city sewer tie-in, you're responsible.
Because it's not about if, it's about when this will actually...
Well, it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
It'll get worse.
What happens is once it shifts, especially, it cannot shift 3 inches like that unless there's a major break. Number one, there's a good crack, I showed you, back about 1.5 to 2 feet. When that thing starts offsetting like that, there's a hub. On one end, you have a belt piece. And then on the other end of the pipe is called a spigot. It's just a round piece of pipe. It goes into the bell, and years ago they packed concrete around it. And that's how they put them together. That bell has to break for it to shift more than 1.5 inches, because that's all the give it's got in between that spigot piece of pipe and the bell. Once it's shifted 2 to 3 inches, the bottom of that bell is actually broken out. You can't see it right now because you're in the pipe. And what's going to happen, it's got no stability under it now. It can keep shifting. And we get more earth movement, it's not going to get better. It's going to keep shifting.
Okay. So it shifted 3 inches in 10 years, pretty much. Because this
Well, you know what? It could have been in the last. It could have been in the last year.
Yeah.
It could have been
You
in
know,
the
because as
'94
the water
earthquake.
keeps running, it's going to
Yeah.
just keep washing away the dirt, so that it keeps dropping.
Yeah, well, you saw the dirt on the side, right? You want me to try and go back in? I can.
I'm not questioning
Okay.
anything.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that. I just want you to understand it and know.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I don't want to sell you anything. Trust me. I was praying to God that it was nice and easy, and we're done. We're out of here.
Yeah.
That's what you're using your prayers to God for?
Yeah, man. This time today.
Wow.
Well, there's a lot of them. But that's what it is, and the rest of the ABS plastic coming all the way back is fine. There's no issues.
Yeah.
You
So
got
it's
that one major
mainly-
crack and that shift. That's
Right.
it. And it's a very short lateral.
Yeah.
Laterals, I don't get that many problems, but
And then what's the repair time on that, typically?
usually
I mean,
anywhere
you
from a
say,
week to 10 days.
you say permitting, like you have to
Yes.
get
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And this is a tight street too, so that's going to
That's
be
the hard
difficult.
part. Right, that's where it comes in.
You know.
got to have all the traffic control.
Yeah, that's-
You got to pay all the traffic control fees. You've got to hire the traffic control company. You can't do it yourself. You can't have a couple guys over there with, especially on a street like this. It's a high volume street. We may have to block it off where people can only go one way.
Yeah, like these guys.
So there's no way to put like a plastic,
The sleeve.
yeah,
That's what I
like
was saying. You could.
in there?
The top hat alone is $5,500.
Wow.
Is what the companies charge. There's only 2 or 3 companies that do the top hat.
Okay.
And the least expensive one that I have found to do them for me is $5,500.
Does that involve the whole permitting with the city and everything, or
Oh,
just
yeah.
same thing?
Yeah. I don't know that they would let you put
Yeah.
the top hat due to the fact that it's shifted that far.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing now is, generally a top hat is if it's cracked really bad or a piece broken out of it, but it's still kind of in line. You got it shifted this much, the top hat is a liner that's going to go through, so now you're going to have an area where it's nicer,
Right.
maybe a 50% opening, and then goes back up to the city sewer.
Yeah.
They may not let you. They come out and they inspect it. They pre-inspect. They'll tell you whether they'd let you. I don't know that they would.
Okay.
But I wouldn't do it because it's
And then you got a brand new.
oh, you've got a brand new line.
Okay.
Okay?
Very good.
All righty. We're just going to pull out of
It's
the
better than
ABS
Oak
then.
Oh,
It could be worse.
wait, I love this stuff.
Okay, could be worse. This is the 4-inch ABS. We're coming back up.
I love the...
Yeah, yes, sir.
The making up.
Yes, sir. I always want to be in movies.
Golden High.
And now we got quite a few turns coming back up, just clean out up by the front entranceway. To be in good condition.
That's good.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not so bad.
This is very unusual.
A lot of this, yeah, this is where we generally have our biggest issues is in the 4-inch, and sometimes in drops like this. I had one not long ago where it dropped and where it turned,
Yeah.
it came apart. Wall, we had to go down 18 feet to fix it,
Oh, crap.
and that can be a bear.
Yeah.
That can get real costly. This is not that bad.
Right. No,
Not in the scope of things.
I've actually
And there's Barry. You got Barry. You want to say that, Barry? Right there. And that concludes our video sewer inspection.
That,